Hey, everybody. Right now, we have done quite a bit with our Shark Tank. Um, you have your business plan, you have your SWOT analysis, you obviously have your product at this point, and you are all in, and it's time to create a pitch deck. This is where you're going to present your idea to the sharks. So let's start off. What is a pitch deck? Well, a pitch deck is a brief presentation used to provide your audience with a quick overview of your business plan. You will usually use your pitch deck during face-to-face or online, especially these days, online meetings with potential investors, customers, partners, and co-founders, and in this case, with sharks. This is everything you've watched on the Shark Tank episodes or little sneak peeks of Shark Tanks that we watch. This is your pitch. This is where you're presenting your ideas, and you want to make it as standing out as possible. You don't want it to be boring. You don't want it to be something that somebody forgets the second you leave. So we're going to go over the aspects, the 12 aspects of a pitch deck. So you have your introduction. Obviously, there's a problem. There's your solution or your product, your underlying magic, your product demo, your traction, market size, competition, business model, your go-to market, your team, and obviously at the end, your investment request. So let's start off with the introduction. You're going to explain who you are and why you're here. You want to keep this short and simple. You see this a lot on Shark Tank. They say, "Hello, sharks. My name is so-and-so, and my product is this." And then boom, they just jump right into the next thing. So you don't want to drag out your introduction and take up the time you need to inform your sharks about your product. So obviously, there must be some sort of problem. So what problem are you trying to solve? Is it a problem? Is it a simple inconvenience? Or is it just something that's going to make life more enjoyable? So most of you have gone through the common problem worksheet, and you picked one of those and you found a solution to fix that. So here's where you're introducing the problem. So you might say, how many times do you spill something on the floor with crumbs or dirt and you need a solution? I have the perfect thing for you. It's called a vacuum cleaner. Now, obviously, that's not your pitch. Vacuum cleaners have existed for a very long time. That's just an example. Now, clearly, you have a solution to whatever this problem is, and that is your product. So what is your solution to this problem? What is the innovation that you've created? Like we stated before, the vacuum cleaner. So you're saying, hey, here's the problem, but guess what? You don't have to worry about it anymore because I have the answer. Now, there's got to be some sort of underlying magic. What makes your product unique? How is your team? Maybe you have team members that are unique that help create your product and make it that much better. What makes your solution special, and how are you different from others who have similar solutions? Then you're going to want to do some sort of product demo. You want to demonstrate how your product works. And sometimes it's better to do this in a video to prevent demo failure. And we have an example of that from Shark Tank itself that we're going to be watching on an Edpuzzle. So this is why it's important to make sure your demo will not fail, because that could be the worst thing in a pitch when you pitch your idea and the idea doesn't even work. Now, some of you for this project don't actually have a product in hand. It's an idea. You drew a picture of it. You don't have the technology, obviously, in school to create these things. Maybe you don't even have the technology at home right now to create these things, but it's an idea you're rolling with, and you have this perfect product. Maybe explain how your product works. Provide some sort of fake demo for this. It doesn't have to be intricate, but if you do have a product, make a video and show it. Your traction. Traction means having a measurable set of customers that serves to prove a potential. So that means who so far has shown an interest in your product? How many orders have you had already? And you're noticing a trend. So who has showed an interest and said, hey, this is a great idea, I need it. And then with that, what is your market size? Who is your target market? How many people do you think you can reach? So maybe you are reaching out to all athletes and coaches. Maybe you're reaching out to kids or teens. Maybe it's for people who, like we said in class before, the air conditioner. So it's people in the southern states, people in warm climates who need to cool themselves down. So every product has some sort of target market. Some are more narrow and some are extremely broad. So figure out who is your target market and what is your market size. And then you have competition. So what are the alternative solutions to the problem you're trying to solve? And who or what is going to steal customers from you? So is there something similar out there already that's going to be a problem for you? Explain what that problem is and how you're better. Again, what is that underlying magic that makes you better than the competition? Then you have a business model. So how are you planning to make money? Show a schedule when you expect revenues to pour in. And that just means show a schedule when you expect all the money to pour in. When are you getting the money? Where is it coming from? Who are your customers? And when is it happening? When do you actually foresee this happening? What is your business model? And then your go-to market. How do you plan on growing your business? Remember your SWOT analysis. These are your opportunities. What opportunities do you expect to have? So maybe you say, right now we have orders online, but we plan on getting to Dick's Sporting Goods, or we plan on getting into Walmart or Target or big companies like that. Or we have all the big tech guys calling us saying, we need your app. So what is your go-to market? How do you plan on growing the business? And what do you expect in the future? Then you have your team. So who's part of your team? What do they bring to the table? And why are they the best? So who is part of the squad? Give details on each person and what they bring to the table. And then finally, your investment. How much do you want from the Sharks? Why do you need this amount? What is your valuation? And what is your plan with the money? So you might be asking Sharks for a certain dollar amount, and you're going to need to explain why you need that amount. Your valuation means how much is your company worth? So if you say, we'll give you 10% of our company for $10, well, $10 would be 10% of what your company is worth. Or maybe you're saying, I'll give you 1% of our company for $1. That means your company's worth $100. It's a $100 valuation. Now, obviously, you probably have a little more faith in your company. So figure out your valuation. What do you value your company at? Is it worth $100,000? Is it worth $500,000? Figure that out, and then you're going to do a little math and figure out what percentage you're offering, and you're going to do that percentage with the valuation of your company and figure out how much the Shark needs to pay to have that percentage of your company. And then what's your plan with the money? Are you getting a larger office space? Are you dumping that money into more of the products? You're creating more of the products. You need to manufacture more. Are you dumping that money into a warehouse because you need storage space? You're getting so many orders, you don't have anywhere to store this stuff. So this is where you're really going to need to sit down and figure out the numbers in order to ask for the investment. So there it is. There's your pitch deck. One thing I do want to say is I've noticed in the past, students who create a script for themselves, almost as if they're performing a play, tend to do better with their presentations. If you just throw together a few Google Slides and maybe a short video of a demo, and you're not truly prepared when it comes time to speak, you're going to stumble over your words. You're going to rush through things and speak extremely quick. You're going to forget things that you had planned. But if you have a script that you're following, you're going to likely get everything in that you mean to get in because you've planned it, you've practiced it, you've rehearsed. That is the best type of pitch to give on Shark Tank Pitch Day. So good luck. Start drafting your ideas and just flip through this video and the slides that we went through in order to figure out every aspect of your pitch deck. Good luck, and hopefully you get a deal.